A state of mind that you become when you're fully immersed into something that you're passionate about.
Those are the words of the great Tash, Sultana.
You lose all sense of time, space, anything around you, and you just become that one thing.
And what is she talking about? She's talking about a flow state.
Have you heard of flow state?
How do you get into a flow state? Let's go find out.
Like a painter becomes the paintbrush, the painting, all in one. I just become the music.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Mindset and Rhythm podcast. Today's video is all about how do we create the most enjoyable and effective headspace for the things that we already do on a consistent basis. We're going to cover why flow is important, and we're going to cover 4 tools to help you reach it more quickly. It's showtime, it's flow time. I try. Technique 1 for getting into a state of flow. You need to get into a deep state of focus in order to reach flow. The human mind looks to walk down the path of least resistance. We love instant gratification, the dopamine hits that all too easily distract and overexcite us.
Get too excited.
Yes! Give me 10, Norton! Everyone can eat
That's why getting into states of flow today can be such a challenge, because we are constantly distracted and the next hit of dopamine is one click away. Boom, text message, dopamine hit. Exactly. But what we'll find out today is that using this dopamine addiction that we all have can actually be put to our benefit by learning how to get into the state of flow. Because flow actually releases a ton of dopamine. So you can become addicted to getting into this hyper-productive, hyper-effective, hyper-enjoyable state of mind. The book that I would encourage reading is Deep Work by Cal Newport. It relays the importance of getting into these states of mind where we are deeply focused on what we're doing, and how in the modern era we are so distracted that we're not capable of producing our best work on a consistent basis. The second technique for getting into flow is feedback. It's the reason that sports and music is such an easy way to get into a state of flow is because the feedback is immediate. You screw up when you're surfing and you are splashed down in the water, getting tossed around, buried by massive waves.
You just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah!
You screw up in the rhythm section playing a song and it sounds like crap. Interestingly enough, Einstein would actually go down to his piano and he would play a few different chords as he was thinking on his theories, getting himself into a flow state where he could think more clearly and concisely while he was coming up with his most brilliant ideas. You could also do this by getting an accountability partner, someone that will check in on your work on a consistent basis, someone that'll tell you when you're killing it or when it's time to start over. Feedback is very important to staying in flow. All right, so now it's time for the third tool and technique. Inventory the ratio of challenge versus skill within whatever it is that you're doing. When we have a high challenge level but a low skill level, we're more likely to experience a state of anxiety. When we have a low challenge level but a very high skill level in what we're doing, we're likely to be very bored. We can experience flow in any area of our lives, whether this is relationships, health, your career, your finances. So take a second and think, what are the important areas of your life to you? And are you experiencing flow with them? And then break down where do you currently fall within challenge versus skill, right? And that will help you to understand maybe why you feel a certain way. You got to figure out ways to raise the level of challenge so that you can meet your high skill set in that area. And the fourth tool and technique, this is one that I would encourage everybody to at least try to some degree. It's all about setting up your environment in a way that helps you produce more flow. This comes down to 2 things. It comes down to removing distractions and enhancing your 5 senses in a way that produces flow states more quickly. So let's say you're in your work environment. I want you to go through everything from the scent. Do you have any distracting smells around? Something you need to clean up that's going to help you be a little more effective and productive? Is there a way that you can produce a scent that will help you be more effective in what you're doing? In the world of coaching and mental performance, this is referred to as an anchor. An anchor is where your sight, smells, sounds, physical sensations trigger certain memories which we've linked to specific states of mind. And our sense of smell is one of our strongest anchors. So I've got 2 different candles here. Coffee helps me get into a great state for writing, working on anything podcast, coaching related. The lemon and citrus flavors are supposed to be good for your productivity and for your clarity. So I use this when I'm doing real estate related stuff and I'm making calls. Then you want to focus on the sounds. Are there noises around you? Could you put noise canceling headphones on? Or is there music? Are there sounds that help you be more productive? So for my writing, I have a playlist called Power Hour, which is the Social Network movie soundtrack. Every single time that I'm going to write, I also listen to a real estate podcast when I'm in between calls. And even just hearing some of those specific podcast voices link me right back into the state of mind that I want to be in. Watch an NFL kicker as he steps up to kick an important field goal. Not all of them, but some of them use a scent anchor that helps them get into the state of mind that they need to be in to get up there and kick the ball perfectly. So taking some time to set up your environment. 2 calls to action for this video. I would encourage you for the next week, try to get into a state of flow every single day, and then recognize the way that it makes you feel and perform in the things that you do next. The other item is an area that you really want to build more flow. Enhance your environment, remove distractions, and increase things that help you get into the state of mind that you want to be in. So if you find this information enjoyable and useful, give it a like, subscribe if you want to. I really appreciate it. Thanks guys for joining the Mindset and Rhythm podcast, where we cover the most important tools to take care of your most important tool. And we will see you on the next one.